Let's talk about the importance of money. Now, I put it up there with oxygen. You need it to survive. It is a fact, and we all know that. But the other thing about money is that we have been completely lied to, talking about the independence. So, a big topic today is the Fed's independence. Well, what is the Fed? Why does the Fed, the Federal Reserve, why do they make the decisions for the country's money? Now, all over the media, they're going to give you all those reasons. The main one is because, well, politicians will do what they have to do to win. And while that is true, they never give you any good reasons why we shouldn't have a Fed. I mean, think about it. They named it the Federal Reserve, but it's not federal, but they did that to trick you. Why do they have to trick you if it's a good thing? Also, have you ever thought about this? So if you didn't know, 1907 to 1913, and if you've read the book The Creature from Jekyll Island, which you can find in my stand store in my profile, there's an Amazon link. If you haven't read it, go read it. They tell you, well, 1913 was a really important year. So if you didn't know, from 1907 to 1913, there was a massive argument, two sides of the government, Democrat, Republican type of feud. This argument was over the creation of the Federal Reserve. Now remember, this was never federal. It was independent. They should have called it the Independent Reserve. But they have to trick you. Now they call it the Panic of 1907. It was basically like an '08. People looking for their money. The banks didn't have it. That's what a bank run is. And so when the money wasn't there was no one that could just say, okay, well, we'll print it and give it to you. My bad, we fucked up. As in, we enriched ourselves with your money and we didn't actually have it. We gave you paper promises and stole the gold. It was arguably the largest theft in history, and it gets worse. So obviously, our government said, well, how do we fix this? We can't let everything fail. So the argument of the creation of the Federal Reserve came about. Basically, a central bank not controlled by the president or even Congress. It was controlled by a few men that chose the board members. And although, yes, the board members were chosen by the presidents, well, who do you think controlled the presidents? Remember this. This is very important. In history, the presidents that cannot be controlled by the banking system, those are the presidents that they go after the hardest. Those are the presidents that I'll just let you think about that one. JFK, Lincoln, Trump. Anyways, go down that rabbit hole if you want. So back to what I was talking about. So presidents involved. Theodore Roosevelt. Indirect role. His era exposed the weakness in the banking system. The Panic of 1907 happened in his presidency. He supported reform, but did not create the Federal Reserve. Through 1909 and 1913, William Howard Taft oversaw the debate. Signed early groundwork legislation, more conservative, cautious about central banking, let Congress fight it out. Then you have the key president, Woodrow Wilson. Signed the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. Tried to balance Wall Street power with government oversight. Wilson would later regret this. He actually goes on to warn the American people that the concentration of money in this private organization was a terrible thing. So the media is spinning it like the Fed needs to stay. You're going to see bots in the comments and people that don't understand what they did telling you, oh my God, Trump's trying to break the independence of the Fed. Well, what if Trump's goal here is to eliminate the Federal Reserve? Because you weren't taught this in school. So most of you have no idea how our monetary system even works. Well, now you do. And now you know that even the president who signed it into law later regretted it. But that's what you do when you're bought and paid for. Allegedly. Obviously, everything that I'm saying is my opinion, so do your own research on this stuff. And the reality of it is you should be educating yourself more on this. You have a tool called ChatGPT that you can learn anything you want just by asking it questions. You don't have to go do the research. You don't have to look for the right articles. Remember, the media, the mainstream media, is going to tell you one thing. The Federal Reserve is great. It's amazing for you. It protects us. If it protects us, over the last 100 years, why has our dollar declined 99% in value? Why have we had repeat financial crisis? It happened in the 70s. It happened in the 80s. It happened in the 90s. It happened in the 2000s. It happened in '08. Probably going to see another one. And don't forget, they are independent. That means that me and you, the ones who own this land, this country, ones that believe in the Constitution, we don't have a say in how any of this works. Not by voting in the president, which is how it's supposed to work. This is the person we want. This is the person that the majority chose. That's how it's supposed to be. Not how the media portrays it. We, the people, have voted for our politicians to make the decisions for us, not the Federal Reserve. They took our money. They took real money, real value, and they turned it into a piece of paper. It's paper, you guys. So now here's your choice. You can either go back to gold and silver. You can keep chasing paper, investing in paper, buying paper, or you can understand that artificial intelligence is going to change all of this. The Fed, our government, the entire world. The advancements in technology are going to bring our money completely digital to the blockchain. While cryptocurrency bleeds as a token, as liquidity is sucked out of it, the same people that did this to us are creating a system in crypto. And as much as I want to sit here and say, let's fight it, I'm going to join them. I'm going to reap the benefits of buying low prices, buying complete economic collapse when and if that comes. And while the same people that created this switch over from this and the old system to the new system, most won't be paying attention. But congratulations, at least now you know. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. We'll see you guys soon. If you're looking for that book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, that explains everything that I just said on an in-depth conversation, you can find that in my Stan link by clicking the profile link, going to the Amazon account. Go check it out. We'll see you guys there.